Well, thank you very much for coming here. Thank you for all the people who are watching at home. It's very important that we get these elections seen, essentially. First and foremost, like all of us here and watching at home, I adore Pig. In 2013, I moved back from a comfortable improv lifestyle in New York City to embrace the Providence Improv Guild and its mission. I heard that Pig existed, so I returned back to Providence because I wanted Providence to be the main hub of New England improv, where if you can't or don't want to move to LA, Chicago, or New York, you still have a home here. I figured quite simply, we can do what those big cities do. While Improv Boston and other various local improv establishments have established themselves as representing quality improv, Pig has been levels beyond in quality, skills, execution, and most importantly, education for the last 3 years. Pig is the best improv school in New England, but it's not nearly as good as it can be. If it ain't broke, break it. Always look to better yourself. If we can indeed do what those big cities do, we must improve our approach towards our education. Conversely, the best way to improve our approach is to continue our own education by offering consistent classes, intensives, integral workshops, all the brilliant ideas that have been said and will be said. I would, working with the artistic director, executive director, and assistant ed, or you know what I'm talking about, find ways for current performers and current teachers to take classes and workshops. Benefits to this are twofold. Teachers who try to fill workshop spots or class spots can have a support system or a safety net, which builds camaraderie within the community. And secondly, to be a better school, those with professional training should be the first class of teachers to set forth this newly instituted plan of education at Pig. The goal, of course, being that Pig eventually breeds expert performers and expert teachers. Our teachers will be experts on the stage as well as in the classroom. Being an educator myself, I firmly believe that success stems from excellent teachers. We're going to create good educators, just like in regular schools across America, by implementing expectations, goals, and standards that the teachers must be held accountable for. For example, what are you teaching? How are you teaching it? And how will you know when the student has learned it? By establishing this accountability and these expectations with rigorous evaluation systems, online databases of notes, exercises, and other various resources, our teachers become not simply experienced improvisers guiding in-class exercises, but become scholars of improv. This method makes it very tricky to it makes it very tricky to have bad shows by following this method. Myself and the education assistant or the education director, depending on how the election pans out, if I win, we will be those who evaluate this data, and we will make the decisions accordingly. To quell any concerns you all might have regarding my experience as a Pig teacher that affords me the credentials to undertake such a responsibility, I agree. Despite my best efforts, I haven't taught classes at Pig. But understand that my experience with theater education far surpasses what one might expect. I've developed full theater curriculums for schools. I teach theater and improv philosophy to 200+ middle school students and hold them to the same standards as I expect Pig to hold its own performers, a very high level. You know, if this, then what? If middle school students can be taught and yield good results, then our own school should have exponentially more positive results. Our teachers must be uniform in their approach to teaching and to uphold the standards we create for ourselves. Those who have seen me coach, teach, or advise have been pleased and pleasantly surprised by my teaching. This includes performers in New York who are now on UCB house teams, and more importantly, people in this room. I encourage those at home and those in this room to go back to my essay and read any specifics that I might have listed there that I couldn't speak of today for time. But basically, I haven't studied and performed improv comedy for 12+ years as a hobby. Improv, education, and Providence are my life. If given the opportunity by you electing me, pig will be recognizable throughout the country.